I'd like to take a moment to invite the next presenter to the stage, April Lind Cooper. April? But before I turn over the mic to April, the next award hits a little close to home for me. When I was diagnosed with acromegaly in 2010 and went through my 3 surgical procedures and finally got on the road to feeling good again, there was a woman at Novartis Pharmaceuticals who reached out to me and said, "We would love for you to help do some advocacy work for us." And so I was more than just elated to do it. Was so happy to finally be able to reach out and have a voice and do what I could. But to know that she was so personally connected to rare disease, that she's got it in her family, and to know that it felt like every single time I spoke to her, that I was speaking to somebody who genuinely cared about me and cared about every single other rare disease patient. And so tonight it means the world to me to be able to stand on this stage and have her honored for all the hard work that I know she's done and will continue to do.
Thank you, Scott. I'm so honored to be part of this beautiful and inspiring event. I'm also grateful to be able to tell you why I'm here. Tuberous sclerosis complex, also known as TSC, is a rare genetic disorder which causes tumors to form on vital organs. Patients and families have long struggled with the daily manifestations of this disease, which can lead to fast-growing tumors in the brain, epilepsy, autism, and oftentimes lung or kidney failure. When Novartis became champions of the TSC community, all that changed. In 2010, Afinitor was approved for the treatment of a specific type of TSC brain tumor referred to as a SEGA. And then in 2012, for the treatment of growing angiolipomas or kidney tumors. This treatment helps attack the underlying disease, so it has literally been transforming our community, a community which includes my twin daughters, Abigail and Amelia. Abby and Amelia are now 16 years old, but they were diagnosed with TSC when they were only 2 months of age. Amelia underwent a successful brain surgery at 2 to stop her seizures. However, 4 years later, it was discovered that her twin sister, Abby, had a tumor growing deep inside her brain and had to undergo emergency brain surgery at the age of 6. 3 years later, when Amelia was diagnosed with the same type of growing brain tumor, she entered a clinical trial at UCLA, which was sponsored by Novartis. Thankfully, the next year, when Abby was diagnosed with a second SEGA tumor, she was able to avoid a second brain surgery when she received a prescription for Afinitor. Both girls face a lifetime of chronic medical challenges, developmental difficulties, and emotional struggles. However, since Afinitor attacks the underlying disease, we have witnessed and experienced other improvements, and their futures are now a lot brighter and full of hope. Ladies and gentlemen, Novartis, and specifically Nicole Riley and Alexei Salamanca, have been incredible partners in educating not only the TSC community, but also in their work with other rare disease communities like those for acromegaly and Cushing's disease. They have spent countless hours with their teams and with the patient communities for which they serve to listen and to help develop creative and impactful programs that help support and raise awareness for rare disease. From children's storybooks to video resources to awareness months to other unique programs like their Highlights programs in collaboration with Kevin L. Cohn's Foundation, and even a TSC mobile app to help manage the logistics of care in TSC. These two have devoted themselves to develop advocacy, educational, support, and awareness programs for our disease communities, and we will be forever grateful. Please help me welcome to the stage this year's Champions of Hope Industry Awardees, Nicole Riley and Alexei Salamanca.
Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction, Froggy and April. On behalf of everyone at Novartis, I would first like to start by saying what a true honor it is to be standing here today. Over the past 3 days, I've been so fortunate to hear so many of you share your personal stories of love, courage, heartbreak, struggle, and bold perseverance, of coming together to break down barriers in search of solutions for yourselves, your loved ones, and for future generations. I've been so grateful that you are willing to share these stories so that we can learn from each other and find strength in numbers. Standing here now, I thought I should return that favor and share a little piece of me so you would know why being on this stage means so very much to me. After working in healthcare communications for more than 10 years at various public relations agencies in New York City, I joined Novartis in 2011, specifically for the opportunity to work in rare diseases. Leading up to this decision and this move, I'd witnessed firsthand the long and arduous journey that my sister-in-law, Colleen, had to undergo before reaching her 2001 diagnosis with a rare disease, Cushing's disease. I saw a strong, beautiful, intelligent, confident young woman struggle to find information, support, and resources. Judged for her outward appearance by strangers, potential employers, and even by her own very ill-informed physician. Confused and scared, not understanding what was happening to her own body, needing to seek answers on her own and become her own advocate in order to sort through misinformation and get accurately diagnosed and ultimately treated. And even then, the journey was far from over. Colleen is by far the strongest person that I know. A lesser person might not have prevailed. So when the opportunity to join Novartis to support rare diseases, including Cushing's disease, presented itself, I jumped. Since then, I've been fortunate to meet the most amazing, courageous individuals and advocates of all ages, living with Cushing's disease, with tuberous sclerosis complex, and with acromegaly. And because of this, I take great pride in the work that we do to support people impacted by rare diseases. Thanks to close collaboration with advocates, created and launched the children's comic book for TSC called Turbo and Scott, launched the Pituitary Focus Partnership called Highlights Program in partnership with Kevin Aquan Beauty, the TSC Special Olympics Athletes Program, and Straight Talk Acromegaly with Froggy, along with many others, of which I'm so proud. Since Colleen's diagnosis, nearly 15 years ago, her journey has clearly been arduous, with many highs and many, many more lows than she'd like to count. 3 pituitary surgeries, and ultimately, just recently, a hopefully final surgery to remove her adrenal glands. But along the way, thanks to her amazing support system, her family, efforts by industry and the medical community, and of course, the tireless efforts of the rare disease community and the wonderful advocates, many of whom are here today, she's found support, comfort, and a voice. I go to work every day hoping to make even some small difference for the rare disease communities that we serve. And to be recognized here today for the work we're doing as industry, both with and for the rare disease community, is truly both humbling and so inspiring. I cannot thank you enough for this honor, and I hope we can all continue to work together, to collaborate creatively, bringing together rare diseases and projecting loud voices that deserve to be heard. Thank you once again to everyone at Global Genes, and thank you all for all that you do.
Good evening, everyone. April, Froggy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. It means a lot to me. I'm not sure there's anything I can add to all the amazing words that have been said and all the amazing stories that have been shared. I'm truly, truly humbled to stand here tonight and to receive the Champion of Hope Award from Global Genes. It is an honor to be able to be here with so many incredible people who work tirelessly every day on solutions for the rare disease community. I personally, even though I don't have a direct connection to rare diseases, I work every day to make it personal. I work with patient advocates, I work with families, with parents, with caregivers to make it personal. Over the past couple of days, we've heard a great deal of amazing stories, inspiring stories about how a true dedication, commitment, collaboration can change people's lives and provide hope. So since the focus of tonight's ceremony is hope, I thought I'd share some of my personal hopes with you. My hope is that Global Genes continues to grow and prosper. My hope that there will be more champions and advocates joining the rare disease family and the Global Genes community. My hope that one day, in the near future, we will find cure for all rare and undiagnosed diseases. So that the reason for me to come to Huntington Beach, California, would be not to participate in a patient advocacy summit, but to come see my dearest friends, Nicole Boyce, Kathy O'Connor, Carrie Austria, and many, many others. So we can have a glass of wine or two, trade pictures of our kids, and share stories about going through midlife crisis. And I truly believe, I do, that if we work together, if we support each other, we can achieve these goals. We can make a difference. Once again, on behalf of Novartis and myself, I thank you for this award, and I thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight with you. Thank you.